Beep, beep, toot, toot. Hey, good people. It's your Alabama church girl here, first giving honor to God who is ahead of my life. To all the leaders, saints, and friends, welcome, welcome, welcome on in. Tonight is a stimulating conversation. It's a culture conversation, and I did not come alone. I brought my friend. Hey, Ashton.
What's up, y'all?
Tonight, we're talking love and marriage, Huntsville. Season 8, episode 1, Arrested Development. You got the same look I got.
Let's get into the things, I
Listen,
guess.
let's say that again.
I said, let's get into some things, I guess.
Let's do that. So this is season 8, which feels like season 16 because, Carlos likes to chop
Take
them up.
top of my half, yeah.
And I've been here, you've been here, we've been here along with the Huntsville crew all along in the back scenes, behind the scenes, doing our thing and talking our talk, right?
Yes.
So this is the first time that we'll actually come on camera to share our thoughts about this show that we love so much. I particularly was interested in it because it was a reality show based in Alabama.
Same,
Sweet home Alabama. You
same.
know, a lot of people go up for their town, they repping their town. Guess what? I'm repping my state.
Yes, same.
It's a lot of goodness here, and it's a lot of good people here. But this whole cast and crew
Woo.
and Love and Marriage Huntsville, I don't know. Sometimes they make us look good, and sometimes I
They make
just be
us
like,
look a little bad, yeah.
bless their heart. So the show started out. I don't know what year it started, but hey, it was supposed to be 3 successful couples
Yes,
doing real estate business to help, mature the city of Huntsville.
yes.
Well, they started out with the comeback group and they were talking about all these developments that they were interested in investing in Huntsville. And then bam, we
Yeah.
have here comes the love and marriage part. Martel and Melody. This was so many seasons ago that we found out that Martel was cheating on Melody.
And
Then
we
he ended up getting a baby. So,
still talking about it.
and here we are, fast forward to season 8, and we're still talking
We are
about it.
still talking about this marriage or lack thereof, the infidelity, the kids. It's just I'm
Yes. So instead of love and marriage, it feels more like divorce and hatred.
yes, yes.
I'm just like, okay. All right. So the main storylines of the season 8, episode 1, we had 3 different things going on. First of all, there's the fallout between Mel and Martel, which they've been falling out for 8 seasons now. Somebody need to just
When are
go
they
on
gonna
and
fall?
I know somebody just need to just give up
They've
the
been
ghost.
falling for years. When are they gonna fall? I'm sick of it. Sick of it. Sick of it.
And Martel goes to jail. Let's throw that part in there. All right, because that was very key, and I got a whole lot to say about it. So
I do
Ashton,
too.
I have a dissenting opinion. So all of you who millimeters, hang on to your seat because I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. All right. Secondly, you have Tisha finds out about the love triangle with Destiny and the doggone producer, Sonny, with Moses in the middle.
Not Moses.
Moses, Murray. Moses.
They gotta get Pharaoh.
Moses, the stuttering Moses that was supposed to be down here letting the people go.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Hello, Pharaoh, to let our people go. I'm tired.
Let all the people go. Well, he let one of them go,
He did let one go.
but he didn't even tell her she had a woman
Say,
died loose.
did she even know she was unshackled?
And then Melody's it gets crashed by unexpected guests. Okay, well, the unexpected guest wasn't so unexpected. Okay, anywho, so let's get into it. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the Arrested Development, or do you want to
I
start
want to
with?
go ahead and get the Arrested Development out the way because I feel like
All right,
everybody
'cause I got a lot to say about this
is
Arrested Development.
lightweight.
You sure?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You go ahead. You take the lead.
I want you to do it.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I want you to do it.
Okay, so let me just make this disclaimer because the people don't know me like you know me.
Mm-hmm.
You know my backstory,
Mm-hmm.
and I've shared on several different videos some of my backstory, but not enough. But this that I'm about to share is applicable to this my opinion on this situation on this evening. Um, so I'm in my second marriage. I've been married before. My ex-husband and I had a tumultuous divorce. It was a lot of back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of running around trying to get him served. There was a lot of the DV was involved. Cheating was involved as well. So I'm saying all this to let the people know I've experienced some of the things that Melody has experienced. Um I don't align with the BS that I see Melody presenting.
Okay.
So I've experienced my ex being very aggressive, very boisterous with me. I've experienced him being violent with me, like physically putting his hands on me.
Mm-hmm.
The police knew us by name. That's how often they were
They
at
were
our
coming
house.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. So now Melody and Martel situation doesn't go that far.
No.
Not that she has shared it with us. If it has, she's not shared that with us.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen him talk aggressively and speak aggressively to her. They say he's short. I hadn't seen Martell in person. They say he's short, but he is a buff,
He's big.
muscular man.
Yeah.
So his appearance can be a bit intimidating.
Yes.
But as far as physically touching or grabbing, or we don't have any evidence of that, and she has not made any testimony of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you that I actually experience physical. I have scars from the physical.
Okay.
So I've experienced my ex being a full or displaying narcissistic tendency.
Mm-hmm.
I can say even to this day, I still experience that.
Okay.
But I have always, as a woman, a wife, and a mother, put my child first. At times, like I said, I was really going through the thick of it. I would go to court with him and not prosecute because I would tell the judge I was pregnant at the time and I wanted my child to experience having a father.
Mm-hmm.
There were times where, as I'm leaving out the courtroom, what do they call them? They have like these getaway houses. I can't even think of the right word, but they're shelters for women that are experiencing
Oh, damn.
domestic violence.
Yeah.
And they will come and pick you up when your partner, your spouse is gone. And you can pack up everything and leave while they don't have no knowledge of it. And there were several times I called them, I made the appointment, but then I didn't have the heart to just abandon, knowing I'm pregnant. I'm carrying this man's seed.
Mm-hmm.
I have experienced my father being very abusive to my mother. So I understand, even though it was not the ideal situation, he was not the ideal parent. I always felt in my heart of hearts, and the God in me felt like I, as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, would be robbing my child of experiencing and knowing their other parent. Even though they're not the best person, their character is not the best. At the same time, I chose that person to be the other parent. So that was my take on it.
Okay.
So with all that being said, I feel like Melody is manipulative and she is vindictive. Now, let's put into perspective. I'm not saying that Martel is an angel, but clearly he is not.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not giving him no outs. I'm not saying he was right in this situation because he was not. But at
Okay.
the same time, I see through Melody's BS. When Martel sat on that couch and talked to his mother, and he said, I don't
He's a
understand.
neighbor.
His mother is an enabler.
Yeah.
We're going to get there.
Yeah.
But when he said that, why does she keep nagging at me? She just wants to completely destroy me. I see that. And
Mm.
I believe she does. Okay, I'm gonna let you take it because I still got a whole lot I can say, but I ain't trying to hog up the mic.
Oh, me too. And I see right now we on this side, you on that side, and I'm on this side. I can see right now. Because yeah, she may be trying to destroy him, and I'm also not saying that Mel is completely right in this situation because both of them are extremely wrong at most points. Okay, but he happened to destroy himself. Martel's not a smart man.
He's not.
He's not a smart
He's
man
not.
because what got him in jail, and he's trying to paint the picture that she's such a disgusting woman for locking him up, which some people can make the case. I don't believe so because what he did was disgusting. You are a disgusting man. You are a disgusting human to do that to the mother of
Mother.
your four kids. Now, I'm going to go back to the point that you made because you said that you were in a lot of those situations and you decided not to prosecute or not to leave because of the kids. And I feel like both parents should have that mindset because a lot of the situations we shouldn't be in because of the kids. So the alleged text message that he sent her and the alleged threat that he sent her was just disgusting to do to the mother of your kids now.
So we can go ahead and say that it was true because he admitted that he did do it. Hey, Miss Doggone to you. I think I said that right. Hey, friends. Hello, hello, hello. Let me put this banner up here because we don't know these people.
You don't know these people. You don't even live in Huntsville. I live in Montgomery.
I work up there, so I'm
You
close.
halfway. You get 50% know these people. I don't know these people. I ain't never seen these people. You laid eyes on a couple of them. I ain't never even laid eyes on them. So I've heard.
Okay, so let me also add disclaimer. I did attend the Reality with the King first episode premiering in Huntsville with Melody as the guest. I was there. I think it was January 21st. It was right after the snowstorm in Huntsville. The streets were still. Hey, beep beep. Yep, the Gump is in the house.
That's right, Captain Gump.
Yes, the ice was still on the ground. My husband was like, babe, don't come home. You have family in Montgomery? Well, beep, beep, toot, toot. Tell your family we said hello. Come join us over
Hey,
here.
cousins.
Yeah. So I was there and I witnessed, I knew the story before the story came out and I knew who the guests were before,
Mhm.
Carlos told us put up your cameras and don't tell nobody. But honey, it got out that same night. Somebody had already posted it on
You should have
YouTube.
knew that.
Carlos, I just want you to know I'm your good friend because I held on to your secrets, okay? But back to what we were saying, I just love your laugh. That's why I'm back. Oh, thank you. With my little corny self. But back to what I was saying. Yes, I did choose not to prosecute. But I will say in that situation, Martell was completely wrong.
Absolutely.
But here's the question that I have, Ashton. This happened, they gave the timeline in the show. August 27th,
Mhm.
2022 Martel sent a text message threatening to expose some revenge porn, some videos that he and his ex-wife took while they were still married. Love me some Carlos, president of the Raindrops. All right, all right, all right. So, I love Carlos too. I say that's my good friend, although I just met him one time.
I'm trying to clean my camera out real quick.
Yeah. So back to what I was saying. I feel this is where I have an issue, and this is why I say Melody is vindictive. If it happened August 27th of 2022, why is it that you're waiting? Because the cameras start rolling, I think, in December of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
That's already a year and a half later. Why did it take you that long to start hiring some security? Why they open up the episode with you hiring security? It took you a year and a half. Did you really feel unsafe? Because if it happened that same day, go and say, no, I need a warrant for his arrest. I need you to go pick him up today because I feel unsafe.
I get that. I get that.
I feel so unsafe today. I don't think he needs to have my kids either. Because when they finally got him a year and a half later, he had the kids with him. That's why I said, Melanie, I see through your BS. I'm not one of the millimeters. That's just, and let me tell you something. When I saw them in that room, what Tisha said about the millimeters is absolutely true. Those ladies were going crazy, and men, because there were some men in there too, going crazy as if when Melody came out into the room, because it was held at the Stand Up Live Comedy Club.
Mm-hmm.
When she came out to the stage, first thing, so it was a couple of things I noticed. You know, I'm big on energy and your imagery and your energy. So Melody had on a black and white suit. Half of it was black and half of it was white. And she had on gloves that covered everything. So the only thing that was actually exposed was her neck and her face.
Mm-hmm.
It was cold, but we were inside. And I was wondering, you know, when people cover their hands like that, it's almost like you want to keep your hands clean. You know, there's a reason why we still talk this day about O.J. Simpson and them gloves. You know, when sneaky and suspicious things are happening, you like to keep your hands covered, right? When you want to throw rocks and hide your hands, you wear gloves on the inside. And that's what I see from Melody Cherie. She had on the black and the white, and to me, it symbolizes. She plays this real sweet. God said, and I was waiting on God. And when God said go, you know, she plays that. But that other side of that suit is real dark. And she knows how to play that energy as well. And that's what I see from Melody Cherie. Yes, there's some sweetness in there. And I have to say, her mother was absolutely stunning. Gorgeous lady. Her brother seems so nice and approachable. Seems like she comes from very good stock. But Melody is not all that she's trying to make herself out to be.
She can't be because she's a woman scorned. That's
am
where
too.
that dark side come from. She a woman scorned.
I am too.
Your ex-husband is foolish as Martel.
Worse. I ain't yet. You know the stories I've told you. Worse at times.
I am playing an unbiased character in this life, and I have no prior knowledge to your life.
Whatever, you the whole work husband. Listen, as the kids get older, the pressure gets worse. My son is grown. This man called me last year talking saying, you keeping me from my son. Do you know that man grown? Call him.
You got a phone in the car.
Yes. But anywho, I'm not trying to make it about me. I'm just saying I'm a woman too. I've been through the same thing, if not more too. Girl, who you think you fooling?
I honestly believe, and this is my perspective, and it may not be correct or whatever. But this is how I feel. I feel like Martel is the reason for that side of Melanin. I feel like he started playing the dirty game first, and she's just better at it because she's smarter.
I
I feel
do.
like
I agree with you.
I feel like he brought that out of her. He started playing dirty. He started doing because we've been beating this horse since season 1, but he's the reason for all of this. He did all this. He's the reason. Okay.
Okay, so here's where I can't get with Melody. I can't. Because even though, yes, his actions initiated all of this, but at the same time, friend, when you want peace in your life and order and structure in your life, you don't keep playing the game with them. You don't. And it feels to me like she just wants to keep playing the game. And maybe she's doing it for antics for the show.
Well, because I feel like at the same time, reviewing these reality TV shows, we have to keep in mind that it is a TV show and that's their job and they have to entertain us. So, and I put her hiring those security guards and doing all that in that category. She need to film something.
Because she was standing out in her yard in Huntsville, Alabama. Now we're in Alabama. We all know how the weather goes here in Alabama, but it don't get cold enough to wear fur for real, for real. Especially not if you're gonna wear a halter top dress up under your fur. Like, girl, what are you doing? Make it believable. But I think she's wrestling with the ego. Her ego won't let her allow it to make sense.
Well, I struggle with Melanie a lot because on one hand, I can see why she do some of the stuff she does, especially when it comes to some of the women on the cast and Martel. And then sometimes I could see it being her ego, putting her in certain situations. I could see her sort of creating a lot of situations or letting them fester when it could have been oh girl, this, or I'll do this moving forward or something like that. And she won't do it. She won't go the route that she know will fix a lot of stuff. I noticed that in her a lot. But then sometimes I see with certain people it could be necessary.
I don't know. Well, I would rather her keep up the necessary chaos amongst the girls instead of with Martel. Let that man go on, because as long as you keep chaos,
but Martel don't want to go on. He don't want to go on either. He don't want to go nowhere. Because if he did want to go somewhere,
I will give him this. We done seen Martel with other women on this show.
Child, who?
He was banging somebody in Houston or Austin or wherever they went.
That's the reason he in the situation she was. He is now banging somebody.
Listen, at least they say the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else.
You think Melanie ain't under somebody else? You
exactly, but that's what I'm saying. She had shown up on the show.
She got to keep that image.
Exactly, ego.
Ego. Look, we got also remember Melanie, AKA now.
Yeah, she is.
You
can get me tongue tied when you start talking about the AK.
We got to place the facts on the table. Those are my girls. I love them down.
Everybody too. Everybody in the family. So I have to shut up.
I have several AKs in my family as well. Starting one of my mom's elder sisters and all down to my cousins. So
yes, so I just have to shut up.
And I said what I said, and we can move on along.
So Kevin asked, do we remember the blizzard during the early 90s? Now I'm gonna say Ashton probably don't remember it because he was born
I'm about to gag you and say I do remember that blizzard.
Do
you? I remember playing outside in the snow. I remember snow. So the weirdest thing about me, my memory starts at like 1 year old, 2 years old.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I had to be like 2 years old during that blizzard.
Okay.
Now I
Okay.
know the one that hit in Montgomery, lights was out. It was a whole bunch of snow out. I remember that. I remember playing in it. I got pictures playing in it actually.
Oh, I remember too. Let me tell you something. When it really does get bad weather here in Alabama, my mama, bless her heart, she was a good cook, and my mama would cook like we were never gonna have food anymore. She would cook all day.
Just pile it on. Food.
I guess she said, "You look, if you get fat, then if the heat go out, you got something to warm
You
you up."
got some. Pack it on.
Kevin says his sister is an AKA, and I am an alpha. All right,
Okay,
I was an
first
alpha
fan.
sweetheart.
We see our first fan.
All right. But anywho, Kevin, tell us what you think. Is Melody all that she's cracked up to be, or no? Am I wrong, or am I seeing things, or am I seeing things? Some people, let me say, when it comes to her supporters, this is what I see. Because that's been a big talk of the town, especially in these YouTube streets. I don't know if you've kept up,
and
Ashton,
I
but
listen, I don't. I just not really. I've been seeing several people talk about what they call it, the millimeters.
mhm,
I've been seeing how dangerous people say how dangerous they are. I
they
don't
are.
I don't really scour through the comments on YouTube or Instagram because I heard they get real vicious, but I hadn't seen it for myself.
So I don't either. Kevin says at times he can see it. Okay. Oh, you went to Tuskegee? All right. I did too for 1 year, my freshman year. All right. So okay. Come back through here, Kevin. We family. We
Right.
cousins
Yeah,
now.
Kevin, you cousin Kevin.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, so what were we?
Oh,
It's
the
easy for me.
millimeters.
Millimeters, yes. I've seen some of the other YouTubers that I follow
Hmm.
start talking about lawsuits are being set out, and that people are being doxxed and finding their houses and stuff like that. And it's crazy. It's crazy because some people have are easy to be swayed with group think mentality, and they just want to be led by someone.
Yes.
And the problem is that we have some of these reality stars that understand that, and they're looking for a market. They're looking for people to follow them. So let me grab up these group of people, and I'm going to take them under my wing, and they're going to follow me forever. Forever ever, yeah, forever ever.
I
And then
think
they get out here and start acting crazy with people they don't even know, that just have opinions about the reality that these people decided to put on the public
and
platform.
and your opinion shouldn't even be that big. It's not that serious. We don't know these people. At the end of the day, we can sit on this live for 3 hours talking about these people, and when we close these laptops down, our life gonna keep going, and theirs is too. We don't know these
Exactly.
people. We can't affect their lives without opinion with our opinions. We can't do any of that. At the end of the day, what me and you saying on this live won't matter.
It won't. It won't. Now I understand, because we are in Alabama, there are only so many degrees of separation.
Yeah,
So I'm walking gently.
but also I
Some of
wanted
these
to
folks
say this.
I have run into several
Yeah, I was
times.
say you in close proximity with them. You may scroll up on them real fast. But I want to say this about social media in general. That is one of the most toxic sides of social media because a lot of people have these stands. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it go from reality TV to pop stars to rappers, and these people are vicious. Like I'm a big Beyonce fan. I'm a big Rihanna fan. I'm a big Nicki Minaj fan. Right, but those three women, well, mainly Beyonce and Nicki Minaj, their fan bases, if you say something wrong about them, they can become vicious to
Mm-hmm.
the point where they're doxing, where
Mm-hmm.
there's death threats, where it's comment floods. You know, they love those people that, and listen, I love them too, but I don't love them that hard.
Let's say this. What I love to remind us in our Black community, I challenge the Black church and the Black community.
Because once they get that far, you need to go sit on the lady. What they say, you need to go talk to the lady. You need to be on somebody's sofa. It's gone too far.
Yes, we just might. And your last name is Reynolds. We just might, especially if you're from Lower Alabama, down there in the Dothan area. I tell you, we might be cousins. But yeah, so the millimeters, the energy in that room, Murray. It was as if we talked last week about how people are saying that Auntie Tab is a witch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they feel that way about Auntie Tab, they would have certainly said that Melody was the head witch in charge. Mm-hmm. Oh wow, yes. Because as soon as she came out, first of all, they were chanting before she came out. As soon as she came out,
what
it was
were
like,
they saying?
Huh?
What were they chanting?
Call her name, Melody, Melody. Okay. And then as soon as she came out, it was like they swarmed. It was like, and it felt as if she understood the power and that, like, she was the conductor over this orchestra of people, and all she had to do was look and smile, and their energy went away.
It's weird that she has a fan base like that because she isn't the biggest reality star out. Nene don't have a fan base like that. Kenya don't have a fan base like that. Portia don't have a fan base like it's bigger reality stars that I feel. Yeah, the Beehive is one. Kevin, they will get at you. They will get at you. Yes, they will. But I don't know. I don't think she. I mean, no shade to OWN when I say this, but they're not even one of the biggest networks. For her to have a fan base that operates like that, it don't really. The mouth don't really mouth for me when it comes to that.
But that says a lot to me.
I can agree.
Like, girl, get over yourself. I mean, you from AL, not LA. Really? A&M, not Tuskegee.
Not Tuskegee. The shade.
You know, I don't know how to pop this thing.
I got to teach you how to get that open. You got to flop that thing.
Look, I done broke it. I'm gonna give you a Look, I'm a B fan, Beyonce fan too.
I just a fan.
Yes.
Yes, Kevin. He said it's because of the trauma bonding as it relates to Melody. His reasons her fan base, and I agree that yes, it is a lot of trauma bonding there.
Maybe they see something in her. Melody is a very beautiful woman.
Yes, she's a very smart woman. A very smart woman.
Yes, she has so much. Excuse me. She has so much going for herself that she doesn't have to operate in that energy, which tells me somewhere deep down inside there's a lack of esteem somewhere. Because I'm not going to draw from that negative side of my suit. When I have so much positivity going, I don't need the negative side of that black and white suit that she had on.
Okay, I can see that. I think she is trying to get her lick back.
Definitely. Because, okay, another storyline that she brought up, I think it was at the reunion last time. Excuse me. When she said that Martel never gave her an orgasm. Now they got 4 kids.
Mm-hmm. Somebody
likes the S and the E and the X. Somebody like it. And I'm gonna tell you something. This is TMI, but I'm gonna tell it. I love the S and the E and the X. And I ain't got but one child. So somebody was getting the O in the S and the E and the X.
You
Because
think
they
so?
got 4.
You can make a child without O in though.
You can, but somebody that got something somewhere. How many years they said they were together? Since she was like 23. I think she said they were together 17-year marriage.
Yeah.
You keep putting babies up in there. Somebody getting the O. Stop lying.
Yeah, somebody was getting it. It was Martel.
You have people who can relate who have been in it or in it currently. Listen, but with that being stated, now she comes back. He says she don't give enough head. So now she comes out and say, well, I never got an O with him. Like, okay, somebody, y'all playing the tit for tat game.
Yeah, it's definitely tit for tat, but I think they both telling the truth.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's why he was out there trying
Martel
to get some.
clothes too tight.
Huh?
Okay. Clothes be a little bit too tight. Allegedly. Because I don't know that
We don't
man.
know these people. but now they say he don't drink. So he could be Fertile Myrtle.
Yeah. And I think that was their issue. They probably want all them children. They just was coming. They just was popping up.
Okay. All right. Okay. I stand
And
corrected.
Mel said they asked, you was with her for so long. She was like, well, you don't know what you're missing if you ain't never had it. So she didn't know she wasn't on.
Okay.
She was on, but she went on.
So what you're saying is she done got with somebody and put it on her.
Sold her something, yeah. And she said, you know what? I ain't never used to do that.
I am not supposed to be giggling like this.
She said, I ain't never did that before. Mm-hmm.
In that voice.
In that voice.
Yeah, so with all that being stated, but she also admitted that she didn't know during this reality with the Kings, Carlos was asking some hard questions. He really was.
Okay.
But I would say Carlos also seems like he is a fan. He's a millimeter.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I think he in love with Martel.
I don't think so.
I think he just recently broke up with Martel after the last reunion. But before that, he was in love with Martel.
Okay, that might be the case, but he was definitely drinking Mel's juices.
Okay.
You said no, he is not. No, he's not. What is he not in love with Martel, or is he not a millimeter? Carlos is against Melody. You think so?
I agree, Kevin. Now you said at this sipping seat in person in her face, he was her friend because Carlos is fake.
Oh okay? Yeah. Well,
Carlos
maybe you onto something. Y'all onto something here.
Carlos, and what I learned when he started sitting down with all the housewives, he started off, "You're my favorite girl. I love you so much, girl. You are my favorite." When I call and I tell him I'm sitting down with my favorite housewife, it's always a show. He's always performing.
And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
He crowned her. He crowned her because he said she never went to the prom before. See? So he made her the prom queen of the night. We done got Kevin stirred up. He preaching in all caps now.
Carlos is fake. Carlos is fake. And he only fell out with Martel because Martel told that lie, saying that Carlos told him to bring those flowers to their reunion.
Well, and he made it. He did make it a point to let Melody know that he wanted her to feel safe on the production. Whenever they're on production, he wants her to feel safe. So he made that very clear. I don't know if they had some talk in the back office, or not, but he was very adamant that he wanted her to know he
Well,
loved her.
the reunion, I want to say it's a reunion when she had on the all silver. She had on
Mhm,
the Renaissance theme dress or whatever.
mhm.
They said he had a counterpart backstage and tore the backstage up and was trying to get at her back there, and it never came out. It never leaked because he was protected. They didn't put it out. Carlos didn't put it out. Carlos didn't do anything. And I think that's where the "we're gonna make sure you feel safe" come from.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So there probably was a
yes,
talk in the back office.
yes.
Okay, okay, okay.
Because you know
Look, you
Martel
got
get
Kevin riled up.
Martel get mad and he goes on, a warpath. And I feel like that's why in Melanie, like you said, Melanie may be manipulative and she may get in his head and stuff, but people would never see it the way some people see it because he always react the way he react, and it,
That
it
is
always
true.
turns on him. Yeah,
That is true. And I feel like she knows his weaknesses and knows how to play on them.
yeah, because she's smart and he is not.
And
Martel's
he's not,
not smart.
right, and he does not know how to manage his emotions, so it's
Exactly.
almost like she is the ventriloquist managing them
Exactly.
for
Doing
her.
exactly what, yes, exactly what she wants him to do. Yep.
Yeah, so I don't like that because and another thing she said in this episode, y'all, we're not doing a review, we are doing a conversation, okay?
Yeah. Yeah. The
So we're
conversation.
not going to go line by line, step by step, scene by scene. We're having a conversation about what happened because by now it's Thursday. Y'all done seen it. Y'all
Yeah,
watched it.
y'all done watched the shows and y'all done seen the recaps. We just talking about
Yes.
it. Mhm.
Yes. So something else she said, her whole conversation with her brother in the kitchen seemed fake to me.
Well, that it definitely seemed performative. And again, I feel like that Martell is an unhinged narcissist. He is for sure. Um, I feel like that goes into the folder where I said we had to remember this is a show, and they probably already had the conversation. Everything she told him, I'm sure he already was privy to and already knew, and they had to put it back on for the cameras. And I feel like that's where reality TV as a whole is losing its jam because it's no longer reality. It's performative. It's
Right.
all
And
performance. It's not raw anymore.
now I was appreciative that she did recap it
Mhm.
because she gave us some nuggets.
She
That's
did.
where she started laying out the timeline. And we can start really seeing through you, Melody. Like
Mhm.
August, and you out here, you just came out here in a fur coat talking about you need to hire some security. And then we had to see the aerial view of your house. That's vanity, 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 and vindictive, vindictive, vindictive. Because if it was that serious, you would have hired security back in August. I would have seen you in a sundress and some flip flops. It is
I
hot.
agree. The security was OD.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
OD.
And when she said, I was wondering what was taking them so long. So it tells me you were sitting back like this, counting the sand as it drops in the hourglass on, okay, one day they're gonna get him, they're gonna get you one day, and then smiling as he pick up the kids. Yep, today might be the day they get you. Oh, they ain't get him yet. Oh man, oh man, wondering what, we ain't gonna be today, not today either. God, I thought you said go.
I ain't listen. I ain't saying you're lying.
And I don't like her line, oh my God.
Yeah, that's another
I
category.
don't like that because that's another manipulation that I called out in the church. It's plenty of folks standing up in the pulpits lying on God. God said for you to bring $100 down here. I hear the word saying you're gonna live and not die. The scripture said that. God didn't tell me. He didn't ask me for $100 to read it in the scripture. Y'all cut it out,
Yeah.
please. Don't. Yeah. Let me get off my soapbox. Ashton, help me, help me, help me.
Pull up Kevin. Kevin said you being paid over there.
Am I on Carlos payroll? No, but I'm in his friends group. Okay, so I keep calling Carlos my good guy friend. Okay, but no, I'm not on his payroll because I see right through him too. Yes, I do see the fakeness. Yes, I do. And I'm gonna be fake right along with him. Okay.
Mhm.
Ask Ashton. I know how to be real professional on my job. They call me fake on my job because I get I mean so professional. You think I'm a robot sitting at the desk?
I'm so weak.
He said, "Sorry to hear that." All right, so let's move forward. Cause we've been laying out Mel and Martel this whole 47 minutes. But
I feel like we need to get them out of the way. That was I ain't done with it actually.
all right, somebody got a hotline. Cause when I hear that hotline blink, that can only mean
Yeah,
one
I'm on
thing. Ooh.
my laptop, and it's connected to my phone, so it's doing all the I'm on my MacBook.
So we gotta talk about Drake and Kendrick after a while. Not tonight, but one night.
I don't want to get into it.
I know, because we're gonna have dissenting opinions too. Yeah. So back to this episode. Something else that happens is Melody gets these guests that crash her event. So what happens is at the that is a beef. Amen. Melody, what happens at the Reality with the King, episode 1 in Huntsville, is that Carlos lets us know that Destiny's one of his old cast members, Destiny, has experienced a little bit of trauma because her old producer, someone who produced Destiny directly,
Yes, her producer.
her personal producer,
Yes.
has married her man.
How messy is that?
Amen. I'm with you on that, Kevin.
Now, Kevin, we was rocking and rolling now. We were rocking and rolling.
So I'm gonna leave that up there on the screen because they not like us.
Can somebody else get in the chat so she can remove that? Please? Somebody type in family business in the chat, please. Thank you.
Yeah. So, so yeah, the producer has married her man, and I wanted to say, where is the HR?
And not just dating her man,
Married,
not just had sex with her man,
married.
married the man. Yeah, I've been a Drake fan for a few years now. I can't switch up on him.
Kevin, we're gonna have to put a pause on that conversation because that's a whole lot of. But married her man. Her man, her
Married
man,
him.
her man.
Married him.
Married. Put
And
a ring on it.
sat on stage and called Destiny to the side.
Listen, so let me tell you something.
Slow.
Now here I go again, identifying with these women on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when Destiny was on there, I was tired of Destiny. I was sick of Destiny.
Sick of
Destiny it. Got on my everlasting nerves.
I wrote the letter for him to fire her. I did.
Oh my God. Destiny got on my nerves because she would not share. She would not open up. Even when we found out, oh, I got divorced. she was.
Oh yeah.
Was
by the way, I ain't married no more. What happened? Can't tell y'all that. But
can't talk about it. NDA, can't talk. So then she starts dating this man, and I think we saw him on the FaceTime or something one time.
Yeah, she was talking on the FaceTime with him. And
yeah,
she kept telling us how she was going to fly out to go.
Yes, to go see him. Why are we talking about Destiny and this mess? What about Liberic storyline? Make it make sense. Amen. So we're talking about Destiny because Destiny's story is going to be the storyline of the season. I'm telling you, I was there. I was there when these wedding crashers came in. And it's more to the story that I can't tell because I promised my good friend Carlos
Let me ask you this: do you think Destiny is going to do this correctly, or is she gonna piss me off?
Destiny needs to become my friend. Cause one thing I am is Destiny. I'm smart. I'm emotionally intelligent, and I can teach you how to keep your check.
Yeah, you should have hired Robin in your consulting firm too.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
she on the spectrum. You see how tired I am?
I can't deal with Robin.
I'm just tired.
I can't deal with Robin. But Destiny, no, that's a strong word. Now that's a strong word, Kevin. Strongly dislike. Strongly dislike.
Yeah, she get on your nerve because she got on mine too.
Yeah, she did get on my nerves. But there's that story is a whole lot, and I'm gonna tell you what I know as a woman who has experienced this type of situation. I done had a lot of life experience. Y'all need to buy my books. Go to Amazon and check out The Alabama Church Girl. Just search for me. You need to buy my books because I had a lot of life experience. But one particular time in life, I was dating a man, and I got off work. I worked overnight. I got off work at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I went over to my man house, and my girlfriend car was there. Yeah. So I understand what is the betrayal from both sides and how hard and hurtful it is and how shameful it is that you've been the dummy, you've been the fool in the middle of this triangle.
Yeah.
It is very hurtful. So I understand Destiny and I have compassion for her. I have empathy for Destiny. But Destiny, you better doggone play the mess out of this storyline
But
because
I mean,
they just wrote you a check, baby.
Annalise keeping it. I'm talking about stretch it out.
Yes,
The way that Melanie and Martel is stretching this divorce, I stretch it out, baby. Get all
yes,
you can get out of it.
yes. They wrote you a check now. Can you cash it? Because this is why you're back.
And we know you need it.
Mm.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
The
Allegedly.
shade. You're talking
Allegedly.
about me shading.
Allegedly.
Let's pop this out.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Allegedly, because
This is the shade I know about.
I do not know these people. I don't know these people, but they
Well, she
said she
told us
needed.
that she needed it.
They said she needed it. We don't
She
know.
told
We don't know what Madani doing. What it is, Madani? We don't know what Madani doing. Is Madani still open? What's the hours?
I mean, she told us she did share enough to tell us that she had to have public assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Now they have assisted you, Destiny,
Mm-hmm.
on a public platform. And this is your bank, girl. This is your bank. And I'm gonna tell you something that I learned from that situation that I had personally when my girlfriend was over there with my man. I learned that they deserved each other, honey.
Mm-hmm.
They deserved each other. They needed each other. And when I learned that, the hurt went away. And guess what? The monkeys came out to play. And the drama that was in my life before was now chaos in theirs. And that's exactly what I saw on that stage that night at the Reality with the King. That man thought he wanted that woman and he got her. And that woman, tyrant.
Are they still together?
Well, they got bloodline together.
Mm.
That's all I know.
Well, then.
But she is a tyrant. She is a tyrant. The little bit that you saw on the episode of her saying Destiny was the side chick, you told
Mm-hmm.
us that that was your cousin. You said that was your cousin. Who's sidelining? Storyline will be total cap. No, it's not. It's
Mm-mm.
not total cap. They are married. Yes, they are. They got married.
What I need for Destiny to do is not a repeat of what she did to get her placed out the show. Destiny decided to not show her life and then hone in on a beef with Melanie.
I do like the fact that she came in talking to Tisha and opening up to Tisha. Because remember last thing I remember about Destiny was Tisha was trying to get her to open up and
And she
share, and
wouldn't
she
do it.
just wouldn't.
Yes.
And then the whole thing with Stormy. Oh, did I tell y'all? Stormy was at the reality with the king. I told you Melody's mother is gorgeous. Her brother is very nice. But Stormy walked up in there at the stand up live. Stormy is fine, y'all. I said, "Oh my god, the cameras don't do you justice, girl. Stormy is fine." I said, "Girl, you got it going on. We need to see more of you." Those two bitter Bettys. Well, hey, at least they can be bitter together. Stormy is trash too. God, dog, Kevin,
You
you
don't
just
like
running
nobody.
you running them down.
What about Kimmy, Kevin?
We didn't even see Kimmy and Maurice.
Let's get into that because I was talking to my coworker about that. I was like, I didn't even realize they weren't even in the opening episode.
They better count
When?
their days. They better count their
That's
days.
right there. And that's not and they sliding in. Oh Lord, Kimmy in the trash too. Huh?
God, who do you watch this show for, Kevin?
Melody.
He's a millimeter.
Kimmy, Lord, Kimmy in the trash. I like Kimmy. I really do. Now Tisha bothers me sometimes.
Tisha can be annoying.
Yeah, Tisha.
Kimmy can be annoying to me too.
She
Because
can.
Kimmy, she rides that fence like Karen Huger.
Oh, she owns the fence. She is the fence. Kimmy is the fence. Yes, and she does it in such a self-righteous manner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but Kimmy is smart.
and one of the smartest on the show, if not the smartest on that show. She is very smart.
But she allows herself to be willfully obtuse to intelligence. When she's questioned, she'll play that blonde role like when especially about her man.
For sure.
Play real stupid
For sure.
then.
But see, she's not ready to walk in. She's not ready to hold him accountable for stuff. So that's why she plays that role when it comes to him.
Well, just say that, hey, he gonna do what he want to do. You don't act
That's
like you
that's what it
don't,
is.
because
That's what
what's
it
gonna
is.
happen is when he divorce you, that's the way it normally goes. When he divorce you, then you already your what do they call them things? Because I'm married, I don't be on these lines, the dating lines. What do they call it? When they
Tender.
swipe Tinder.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you done wrote your Tinder profile already, and folk already think you dumb. You need to make sure that you portray the right image, Kimmy.
Who said Maurice ain't already on Tinder? Allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Just
Allegedly,
don't leave that scrolling the whole time. No, let's go cut it off. But that man,
Alex. Allegedly,
he be
allegedly.
needing the SEGs too much. The SEGGS. He be needing
Uh-huh.
too much.
Uh-huh. He does.
He
He
about
does.
already got a Tinder account. I would be
And
surprised.
I think Kimmy knows this, and I
Mm-hmm.
think she's okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I need you, Kimmy, to get from under that Alabama backwoods mentality, because it is us in Alabama who think that we gotta, obey the laws of the church, and the marriage is sacred and the bed is undefiled. People have defined their own contract in that marriage. And girl, if you have decided that I'd rather let him go and hump on everybody in Alabama just so he can stay up off me
Stay
while
up
I'm
off
doing
me.
my nuts,
Mm-hmm.
then Kimmy, we are gonna be okay. You
It
just
ain't
like,
our business. So you make it
yeah.
our business.
She was until last season. Kimmy wants to change history, knowing that she was the side chick. Well, yeah, that part too. That part too. But I'm gonna say this: You know who I think has finally decided to come from under that backwoods Alabama thinking?
Who?
Tisha.
Tisha want to be. She trying to elevate herself, and she sticking up for herself. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like at the last reunion she had went a little too hard in doing it, but I was proud that she was doing it.
Yeah. I like the evolution that I see started with Tisha.
Yes, even in how she handled that Marceau of hers.
Yeah.
She's fighting him back too as well. Like, yeah, I love you, and I ain't saying I want to leave you, but you ain't gonna be saying that to me. And I like that psychological warfare she played with him last season too, with that whole birth control thing. That was she pulled that page right all out of his book and erased him and put her. Okay, he pulled that right out of the book of Marceau
So
and erased what he said.
all these years, everyone has always said the word on the street has been that Tisha was trying to emulate Melody, that
Yes.
Tisha was jealous of Melody.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are in season 8. Well, it was season 7 then. You think so? I think she coming out of that chokehold.
She loosening that grip a little bit.
She is. And first of all, she got her bag together. That's why she can get a real good grip.
Well, see, she should have been had back together because she's smart too. She might not have a lot of
She
common
is.
sense, but she's very smart on paper, and she
And
got the
then
papers in order.
she got her mama in her corner.
Jesus Christ.
And listen, I don't care what nobody say. The woman, her vernacular is real Alabama like. But I like her mama.
She
Her
good.
mama reminds me of one of my crazy aunts.
She got two mamas.
Who, Tisha?
Yeah, but you
You
can't be
being
talking about the
funny.
one I know.
You being funny.
You can't be talking about the one I know she got.
I am.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
She a whole lot, but she reminds me of one of them crazy aunts that you laugh at the whole time at the family reunion.
Yeah, you laugh at her, but she take it too far where you can't stop laughing and you have to tell her go sit down.
Yeah, you might.
Go sit down.
Let me
And
tell
go
you
crack a
something.
book, a
Look,
dictionary with a
okay,
therapist.
can I tell you some secrets? Look, can I tell you some behind the scenes tea?
What?
So, I learned this new recreation when we were over in Romania, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I learned how to smoke cigars. So I was up at Black. And her son-in-law be in there.
Mm-hmm.
And the little area that they have to smoke inside, I was in there. And this particular time that I was at Black, I was in there by myself. I didn't have my girlfriend in there that I normally have in there with me. I'm coming, Kevin. I'm coming.
Oh,
And
I ain't know that.
there was a gentleman in there that was talking a whole lot to me.
Okay.
And her son-in-law came in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know she came up in there like, you need to go move the car.
So she act like that for real.
Yes. I said, come here, let me take a picture with you.
Because a camera went in sight, and that's how she carry on for real, huh? My lord.
Yes. I said, come here, let me take a picture with you. I love you. And look, the whole time I acted like I didn't know who Marceau was whatsoever. I engaged the other guy in conversation the whole time. Like, you know what?
You
No.
probably should have spoke. You would have been a storyline.
No, and that's the case.
He would have brought
It's
you
not
up.
gonna be a storyline.
Tell Tisha about the girlfriend that you had up in there. That's what she would have been
No,
saying.
but see, it wasn't even that type of conversation, first of
Mm-hmm.
all. And I'm married. But she didn't care, and some women don't care. So, but
And
I was like, look,
in her mind, no, nobody care about nothing. So your ring didn't mean nothing to her. Go move that car. That's what she was thinking. Get up out of here.
if this ain't what I like to see. Yes, I love it. I love it. Protect your daughter and her assets. I love it. All right, Kevin, you had a whole lot going on. All right, you look like you mostly agreeing. Let's not pretend she and Marcel live in the same house. They might not, but I feel like Tisha has come to that place where I was saying that I want Kimmy to get to. I feel like Tisha's saying he gonna do what he want to do, and I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Uh-huh.
As long as we got these kids on lock and our businesses together, do your thing. Just don't embarrass me. I feel like that's where Tisha is with it. And guess what? I respect that.
Yeah.
And I don't like to see women in that woe is me type of mind or place. I don't. Because a lot of times we bring that woe is me on ourselves. And I'm saying that as a woman who's been there. Because clearly there were red flags everywhere. And I was so in love.
Mm-hmm.
I was so in love. And oh my God, he wouldn't do that to me. Oh, I met him in church. He's a man of God. The hell you say? Waiting on me at the door.
We'll be the ones.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So yeah, I have learned not to get so swept up with romanticizing relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Let's really allow it to be what it is. And you can either accept it or you can move accordingly.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend the Airbnb is not. Listen, let me tell you something else I respect about Tisha and Marceau. They got good taste. They do.
Yeah, that Airbnb was nice.
It was. And that cigar lounge is nice too. It's small and cute. It's it has a sexiness to it.
Go up there and get one of them other Kevin Reynolds comments. I want to dive into that.
Which one?
Mm-mm. One more. Bingo.
What is?
Go down one more and you will see. Boom.
Uh-uh.
Is that true, T? That must just
Uh-huh.
happen.
Right. Cause oh my God. Remember I told you that Funky Dineva is supposed to be coming the end of this month.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that might be why Funky Dineva said Marcel won't get back to him.
Because it ain't a way for him to come.
I don't know, but I don't think so. I don't think that's right, Kevin. Are you sure? I hadn't been in a while. I've been trying to stick to myself. When I mentioned pretend, why acknowledge the Airbnb on TV? Wait, are you saying the Airbnb is closed or is Kevin, you gonna have me going and doing some research now?
I'm trying to do something now too. He said, yes, he's sure it is closed. He was saying why acknowledge the Airbnb because he was saying that's not an Airbnb, that's where she's living and she's not living with Marcel. That's what he's saying. But we need to get back.
I'm gonna have to go up there now.
He can stay
I wish
right now.
I went there. I wish I was at work tonight. I would go tonight just to see. All right, so he's saying that you are correct. He said, I am sure. Do you live in the area, Kevin? Do we need to have a meet and greet? Wait, look, I had to do a tea party with you.
Right.
Afternoon tea over there in Madison. I'm waiting on Kevin's response too. Like, Kevin, you got me over here with bated breath.
Their website don't say anything about closed.
I don't know. Maybe they having some issues, but I don't think it's closed, Kevin. Cause I follow them heavily. I know just the other week they were open. Okay, we can do a tea party, an afternoon tea, and spill some tea at the same time.
All right, we're gonna have to research that one.
Yeah, I got to go see. Wait until Tuesday. I'll let you know.
Please. I'm talking about immediately.
I'll let you
Make that
know.
the first thing you do. That's
Yes. Yes. But anywho, back to the show. All right, so I like the fact that Destiny was with Tisha having the conversation. She's fine. She has somebody that she can open up to.
yes.
Um, and I like the fact that Tisha broke the fourth wall and was asking all the questions like, was she your producer? Did you share any information with her?
Yes,
How
because
close?
sometimes it's necessary to break that first wall, and she picked the perfect moment and she dived into it. Girl, we not finna do this whole fake conversation thing. Like I don't know what's going on, or you don't know what's going on. Let's get to the meat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah. So with that, first Destiny looked really cute too.
she did look good.
Yeah, so and I wanted her to talk about, what's going on with her kid. I want this was her opportunity to really develop her storyline where we can follow you for years to come. But Destiny, if you don't give us
But
anything to
can she
follow,
not discuss the child? Can she not bring him on the show?
I'm sure she can discuss him. That my baby is now 2 years old and he walking. You didn't tell us his name. You didn't tell us where you live, and I'm okay with that. But just to know, we know she got a child.
She
We
don't even
know.
acknowledge the baby.
I know that's my point. I wish she had. I wish she had. And then whatever NDA she got with that man, Lord Jesus, what in the world did you do, Destiny? You must have was cheating with Moses before y'all divorced. Allegedly, allegedly.
But that's why I was saying, like, is the kid in the NDA too? That's why she don't bring him up, or
I don't know.
like
She should
he done ceased and
talk
desist
about the
everything.
NDA. Tell us that, hey, yeah, I got an NDA. That's why I don't really say a whole lot. And she could have said that.
Yeah.
And we would have been like, oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right. Now we ain't expecting it from you, but now you ain't saying that, so we like, okay, girl, talk about
Right.
talk about
Right.
that, talk about this, talk about that, talk about why that man filed charges on you, talk about why you was in Crime Stoppers. Like, let's really talk about it. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
make Kiki do it.
Right. And that's why Carlos didn't care for Destiny either. I feel like now he says he loves all the girls. I feel like he does not love Destiny like that. Because
No,
I
that's
heard
why it was so
Carlos
easy
talk
to say.
real harsh about Destiny.
That's why it was so easy to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're not giving me what I need, what I want. I need some tangibles here, Destiny. And we all want it. We
Mhm.
all want the tangibles about your story so we can
Yeah.
follow you.
So we can love you. I want to like you because I did like you.
Because I have seen there are some other people, reality stars that I follow. Remember the Married to Medicine? I think it was DC. Remember
LA.
LA.
Mm-hmm.
And on that show, they had one of the cast members was opening up a hair store or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That cast member and Destiny are real good friends.
Okay.
So I follow that cast member. I don't even remember her name, but I see Destiny over there with her,
Okay.
and I see Destiny doing cute things. Oh, it's raining, but I see Destiny doing cute things that should have been on the show. But it's like, girl, why you not sharing this? This and that has nothing to do with your husband, your ex-husband.
Yeah, you give us nothing. Like I understand if you was giving us a lot of this and you just not giving us that. You're here not giving us nothing.
And you got to give us something to hold on to, latch on to. Carlos brought Destiny back to embarrass her for ratings. And I would take that shame.
Yeah, I feel say she I'm sure they cut the check for it too.
I would take that shame. I would walk that walk of shame for that check, and I'm gonna make it last for seasons
But you know what?
to
That ain't
come.
that ain't that ain't the same type of shame as something like that could be manipulated to you being woe is me in everybody else's eyes. Woe is her.
Exactly. Exactly. And the same way I said that I was able to relate to Destiny's story with that love triangle, is so many other women
Yeah, they can relate to
that can
that.
relate to that story
Mhm.
and will be on Destiny's side because of that relative story that too many of us go through. Now, Kevin and everybody else, all the other saints that are watching and in silence.
My Lord
Thank
saints.
you. Could you like the video, please? I appreciate it. Share it with your friends. I greatly appreciate it. And make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that notification bell, come back to see us again. I last weekend was able to participate in the stage play called For Colored Girls. I was Lady Blue. And one of the for colored girls who considered suicide when the rainbow wasn't enough by Intisaki Shange. One of the poems in that play, I wanted to have it prepped for you to play the poem. Now, thank you, Kevin, tonight, but time just did not allow me to edit it down. I'll just post it in a separate video. But one of the poems in the stage play for colored girls is called entitled Pyramid, and it talks about the love triangle, how these three friends loved each other as girlfriends. They had a relationship, but it was a man that came between them. One of the three girlfriends was in love with this man, and he was playing behind her back with the other two friends. And the girlfriend said, "Well, I needed some too, and the seasons were dry, and I ain't had no big O yet. I was out here like Melody without an O. So, and you talk about how good he is. So, girl, I had to go get some too." Told
Hmm.
her friend this to her face. And in the end of the stage, the poem for the stage play, these ladies come back together and realize that their relationship and their bond was much more important for them to maintain as girlfriends versus maintaining this relationship with this man that didn't mean any of them any good. I'm interested, I'm sharing that because I'm interested in this love triangle with Destiny, Sunny, and Moses. I
Hmm.
told you the two of them, Moses and Sunny, them getting together behind Destiny's back, they might be good for each other in a manner of they will destroy each other,
Hmm.
trying to have some popularity on this show. And in the midst of them destroying each other, it will cause Destiny to rise. What are your thoughts?
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Absolutely. Um, and Kevin, yeah, all because man, it is kind of disheartening for it to have happened like that. But I see this being the perfect opportunity for Destiny to rewrite her history on the show, and I hope she take heed. Um, in the name of the show, I hope she take heed. And this is my last time bringing up Robin the Spectrum, but I feel like Robin had the same opportunity as well to redeem herself and to have a excellent storyline, but she chose the other route. Um, Destiny ain't choosing the other route. I see that from episode one. So I think she's going to do exactly what we are hoping she's going to do with this information.
So what do you think of, remember the last time we saw Destiny, she was over here crying that Melody didn't want to be her friend. And
Hmm.
now she's over there with Tisha. You think Tisha's gonna be the one that schools her
School her what? Tisha's still in
on how
class
to rock
herself.
this storyline?
Tisha's still in class herself. I don't
Well,
know if she's in
Tisha's
school.
doing making A's in class now.
Tisha
Because
is making A's in real estate school.
Tisha's an AKA too.
Tisha making A's in real estate school and MBA school. She doing. I don't know if she can school Destiny on this.
Summa cum laude.
I think Carlos is the one that's schooling Destiny on this.
You think so?
Hmm.
I don't know. Robin is just willfully obtuse. Yes, she is.
Don't even get us
I
started on
think
her.
I will use another word. I would use another word for Robin because I don't even think she knows how to be obtuse. I think she's just plain DUMB. I'm
On the
sorry.
spectrum.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't even give her the spectrum. I think
Oh,
Robin's
it's not the spectrum of autism. She's on
emphasis
this
on.
she she's on the spectrum of dumbness. She slapped that in the middle of that spectrum. Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She purposely dyes her hair blonde. Katie tried to tell her, leave that blonde alone,
Yeah, y'all
girl.
try to paint Kate out to be the crazy one.
Right.
Let's get off them girls. Let's get back to Huntsville. We're not going to Potomac tonight. We're not going to Potomac tonight.
I'm glad you can find somebody to be nice to, Kevin, because you a dog and a girl. All right, so yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting because
Mm-hmm.
Melody really has singled herself out amongst these girls.
Mm-hmm.
She feels above the fray. I don't have to talk to you guys. We don't have anything in common, and this, and that, and the other. And she's basically gonna ice herself out if she don't find something to have in common with these ladies because they all are finding each other. By the way, in this episode, Stormy goes over to talk to Miss Nail.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Talk about it. I know you do. I know you got something to say. It's just sitting right there, your Adam's apple.
Mm-mm.
And I want to take a bite. Hold your neck up.
Miss Nell, Miss Nell need to worry about the dust on her own front porch, or she go sweep somebody else's.
Look, Kevin back to trashing the ladies.
And Nell is trash. I had high hopes for Nell. I had high hopes for Nell, but Nell got a lot of stuff going on for her to be speaking about somebody else's situation. Because um, a lot of scandal was afoot in that home of hers, from her husband to her son.
To the kids, yep.
So,
So I'm interested in Nail's storyline though. Same way, all right, Destiny,
mm-hmm,
Nail, Tisha and Marceau. Because if
mm-hmm,
Black is closed, that's a storyline.
yeah.
I'm interested in them more than I am Melody. That's why she got to
Well,
keep messing with Martell.
but I feel like that's why it's happening because both of them understand that. Both of them got to do it. He got to keep doing it to her. She got to keep doing it to him. Because without that, they don't have nothing else.
But this is where I find problems with that. It's at the expense of the children.
For sure.
Because at the end of the day, these kids are going to grow up. Okay, Kevin. At the end of the day, these kids are going to grow up. And the story that you projected about their father is going to be one to be known. I told y'all before, if you haven't been following the Alabama Church Girl, please go back and review many of my other lives. I've just given you drops and drops and drops and drops on my storyline. But I have written a whole book about the drama I went through with my son's father. I have not published it because that's my son's father. And I don't want to deter him from getting to know his father and having his own personal relationship with his father without the influence of my relationship with his father. That's a willing decision of mine.
So you remember when you called me a couple of weeks ago, we was talking about how we were going to review this show or whatever. And I said some news had just dropped about Martell.
Mm-hmm.
He don't need Melanie to destroy that relationship. He already destroying it, according to the court documents.
And that's okay. Let him do that. Because I will say this. As much as I have wanted my son and his father to have a good relationship, they don't. And my
Okay.
son is grown now.
Mm-hmm.
And my son has decided, I don't want that chaos in my life. And guess what? As his mother, I have to say, all right, I respect that. That's the way, and now that gives me freedom to do
Yeah.
what I do
Mm-hmm.
and publish if I need to publish,
Mm-hmm.
But I can go to God and say, God, I made it a decision. I made a vow to myself and you. I'm not gonna badmouth this man to my child. Even when bad stuff would happen, I always said to him, son, I did not marry your daddy because he was a bad man. There's some
Mm-hmm.
good in him that I saw that caused me to marry him. He's acting and behaving badly now. And that's why I had to get a divorce from him.
Mm-hmm.
I tried my best and it was hard because it was times, Ashton, every time we met up to do visit exchange, the police had to be called. It was hard for me not to say some really ugly things,
For
but
sure.
I did. I held my peace, let the Lord fight my battle. And that's why I can say, Mel, it don't seem like she's given that much energy to try to protect the kids. I
Mm-hmm.
agree 100% with Ashton. Amen.
And I can see where you see she's not putting forth a lot of effort to protect the kids. I can see that because she's playing the game right with Martell, so I can see that.
So I'm not saying, because I listen, Kevin, I totally see that Martell is a whole a-hole, not a half of one. He's a whole a-hole with a little bit of shit on it.
Mm-hmm.
I see it. I'm not denying that whatsoever. But at the same time, as a woman, from woman to woman, I also see you, girl. He ain't the only a-hole on this screen. You playing your part too. You putting your stank on it.
Yeah, I get that.
Anywho, lastly was the meetup. Well, we talked about it. The meetup with Tisha and Destiny, and they're finding out about Stormy, and not Stormy, Sunny, the producer, marrying Moses.
Mm-hmm.
This story is gonna get juicy, and I'm interested in seeing it. I'm interested in hearing it. I'm interested in discussing it.
That's some nasty work they put in with that because for you to be my personal producer, not a producer on the show, not a producer on the payroll, not an assistant, not you are my personal producer. And for you to introduce as yourself as this man's cousin, and y'all done sat down and talked, because I know what they did. They sat down and talked, and started calling out names and said, "Oh yeah, you related to me," blah blah blah. And y'all died into this role of cousins, and you did that knowing what y'all was about to do.
Yeah, kissing cousins, like Kevin said, kissing cousins, and I. This is why this is going to get interesting, and this season is going to be good, is because so many people can relate to this whole issue. Then on top of that, people already think that cousins in Alabama have sex with each other.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, this lady is gorgeous. Sunny is gorgeous. She is intelligent. I think that I heard somewhere she either has a double master's or a PhD, something to that
Okay.
effect.
Okay.
She is an educated woman. She clearly had a good job. She don't have that job. She's on the screen now instead of behind the screen. But you know how they say you can take the person out the ghetto, but not the ghetto out the person? Yeah, all of that going on. Sunny is a whole hot mess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know to call her ghetto, ratchet, brat, spoiled brat, something, but she is a whole lot of.
Well, I see she ain't shamed by nothing from her energy, how she sat on that stage and she was giving us all this. And y'all worry about me, but she the side woman. I'm the wife. Like it's. I see
Yeah.
exactly where you about to go with it, girl. You. This your moment that you've been waiting on.
Yeah. And I can't say everything because I promised my good friend Carlos I wouldn't. But if you knew the whole story and the behavior, you'd
Mm.
be like, get this ghetto mess. Don't bring your ghetto over here. Do not bring your ghetto over here. Get this lady off my screen. And if that's what he loves, baby, more power to you.
Well, if that's the case, that's the one that what he was looking for.
And then I'm gonna tell you this. Clearly, they got relationships with Tisha and Marceau. Cause after the Reality with King show, the Millimeters had their after party, their private after party at some other place. I went over there to Black because I like to chill and relax. I didn't want to go over there with all that energy. So I go over to Black and yeah, they like Sonny and Moses are friends with the Scots. So we shall see how this turns up in this
Now that
season.
math ain't mathing either.
Uh, that's why I'm sharing it. All right. So Kevin has a whole lot to say. Let's see, go back here. As product of divorce, I better understand the dynamic of parents' relationships once I hit older. Okay. Trust me, the kids will look at their father sideways when they get older. This man dogged their mother on national TV as a product. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Because I was like, all right, these words ain't lining up. Sunny is a piece of work. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. But I understand that, Kevin. But I believe that they will look at their mama away too, because their mama is the same one that had brought the little girl with her when she went to go see the daddy at the side chick's house. Did we forget that? I wouldn't bring my child to that situation where I'm gonna pull up on my man. I'm not bringing my child. But remember, Melody told us that she brought her daughter.
Well, the court document says that he have his children at the late house and she bullies them.
The lady bullies them.
Miss Coleslaw.
Okay, but I'm talking about you pulling up on the side chick to catch your man in the act. That could get violent. I told you I did a pull up and some windows got broken. And somebody went to jail. I ain't saying it was me, but it might have been. That could get violent.
It can. And she was
You
wrong for
put a
that.
child in it.
She was wrong for that.
Yeah. So the children see your behavior too now. This is the same mama that had the kids singing the song, the negative song about their daddy. It's that same mama now.
I'm biased. I can't see it from my team.
I can't see it for him either, but I don't see it for neither one of them. That's my point.
I get that. I get that too.
I get that Martel has more against him. Yes. I'm just being real, Kevin. That's all. That is all. But and then I will say this. I'm also, because I told you, I grew up in a household where my father was abusive to my mama. And as a young girl, I idolized my daddy because my daddy was a singer. And I'm a singer too. I wanted to be just like my daddy. Singing quartet. Oh, baby. I sang hard and loud, just like my daddy. And as I grew older, I learned that he is
not a good person.
More than a hot mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do know this, and maybe that's where I get it from. My mama never tried to make me see him as that.
That's exactly where you got it from. That's exactly where you
She
got it
really tried to shelter me from seeing him as that.
from. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you look at the revelation right here on the doggone
That's
live.
exactly where you got it from.
But it didn't, she didn't have to do anything for me to see it. When it is, it is. You don't have to do anything extra.
Yeah. And I think that's Melanie's downfall. She painted the picture for him instead of letting him paint it, because he painted it too.
Yeah. And that's what she should just let him do. You're
Yeah.
both on the public platform.
Yeah.
So he's doing it publicly. And you didn't have to do anything, but you
Because
keep doing stuff.
those court documents that leaked were a mess. It made my stomach turn, actually, with the stuff that
I
was
never
saying.
did read them, so I don't know the details.
This is a lot of abuse towards the
Mm.
kids in there. Uh, a lot of having them in certain situations with people that they shouldn't be around.
Mm.
A lot of abuse towards the boy, the young boy.
Mm.
Yeah. A lot of physical stuff against him. A lot
Spare
of
the rod,
punching.
spoil the child.
hmm
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to get
And
get
then
out of
I heard that he leaked it. That's why I say he's not smart.
that. And
He's not smart. He's not smart.
they went to Alabama A&M
He's
now. I
not
told you.
smart. Not smart. Not smart. Not smart. Not smart. Not smart.
Even more so, the whole
I hope
kid
that's not true. I hope he didn't leak it, but that's what they said. He was behind it.
crazy. It could have been coleslaw too.
But she is million. She working for him.
Kevin agrees with you that he
Yeah,
did.
they say he leaked it, and but she just as dumb as him because she she does what he say do, and he still to this day ain't acknowledged that lady in the public.
That and see, that's what lead me to believe he must be swinging something. Why they
Mhm.
both crazy?
You right. And in the midst, he's still on the charade pictures saying how he love her.
I know, right? But listen, I can't fault Martel for that. Sheree is a beautiful woman. She's beautiful in the face and she is fine in the body. So how could he deny that?
And slow in the mind.
Yes, right. That's just like he like it, right?
She the female version of him.
Yes. All right. So, Ashton, was there anything else you wanted to bring out before we go? I don't want to keep you all night because, baby, your
No,
hotline is blinging.
I need to figure out how to mute that.
Okay, I want to
Look
ask
at
you
it,
something.
still going. Huh?
I want to ask you a quick question, some rapid fires. What did you think of Pastor Keon telling that lady to hush?
Listen, I thought it was funny. Then I realized it was outrage around it. And I saw him on Tamron, what's her name? Tamron Hall. Yeah, he explained that she is a repeat offender, and that man is fed up. Now I don't believe in stopping nobody praise, but sometimes the praise be. I know you'd have been in the church and the pastor trying to preach, and that person keep trying to do it, pastor. Come on now, and just keep trying to walk the pastor in, and he don't need the help.
Listen, my grandma was the best for shutting them down. She was a missionary and she was a seer too. Even you better not even think you about to start in the church. And my grandmother was a missionary. She sat in the missionary's corner. She was also the reader.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when the pastors say read on.
She was one of those. Yeah.
She was the reader, right? But also, our older pastor passed away, and my uncle took over. That was her baby brother.
Okay.
So there was an extra layer of protection. she put on. So she was like the security guard. She was the bouncer.
You was doing too much shit, shut you down, right?
Yes.
That's why I said I grew up in a holiness church. I done
Me
seen people
too.
get shut down. Yeah, I wasn't shocked. It wasn't nothing new for me.
Right. Somebody tagged me in it and said, Alabama church girl, you need to talk about this. And I am.
Okay.
I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow. I ain't gonna go live, but I'll record something and talk about it. Or it'll be early because we're gonna date tomorrow night. But when I saw it, I was like, okay, let's talk about it. But y'all might not like what I got to say, because the people that's outraged to me seems to like they didn't grow up in church or
no.
Because I done been in every type of denomination. I grew up in holiness, but as an adult, I've experienced all these other denominations, and I've seen them shut down even in the Catholic Church.
Yes.
So what y'all talking about? Even Jesus shut down the man that was out here praising him. He said, wait a minute, it's not your time yet. You hush. Peace be still.
And that's all that man was saying was, hey, 1 second, and we're gonna do this, and you can get back to hooping and hollering. Because why are you hooping and hollering in here anyway?
Kevin said he got something to say. He got an opinion. Coleslaw told that lady who came to the tea party and she called Melody and told the entire plot of the video. Oh, wow. I saw that on Tamron Hall interview. Pastor was over that lady. Yes,
she was.
That lady was out of order. Yes, she was.
She was.
And it's up to the person that's on the platform at the time to set the house in order.
That's exactly what he said.
Yes,
exactly. I'm the one that keeps the order. Sometimes order has to be restored, and I'm going to do it. Also, I want us as social media users to stop getting so outraged and mad at a 10-second clip.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know that lady. We don't know. Obviously, she's a repeat offender. Obviously, there's rapport there with her and that pastor. Obviously, it was context missing from that 10-second clip. I need us to stop doing that over 10 seconds.
Yeah.
We can't keep getting that mad and we're not even there. We don't even know what happened. We don't know what happened before somebody decided to hit record. We don't know what happened after they hit record. We can't get that mad over stuff like that, over the videos that long. We can't keep doing that.
Right.
It ain't healthy.
Y'all were laughing when Kim Burrell told that lady let that mask work.
Let that mask work for her, right? That was funny.
So why y'all outraged now?
That was funny, right? Yeah. Outrage be so fake. Jesus. I got today.
Yeah. Well, anywho, I definitely always enjoy you. You got me throwing myself laughing tonight.
This was a funny one.
You and Kevin. Kevin to put every single last one of the ladies in the trash.
In the trash can.
You go to the trash.
Now Carlos got a recast. Yeah,
recast. Playing airball with the ladies. Everybody go to the trash. But anywho, I have definitely enjoyed. I look forward to episode number 2. They say Martel is gonna tell it all, so we shall see what his confessions are in the name of Usher.
Some lies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, I'm
him and
sure
his mama gonna sit down and lie again. That's what we didn't get into.
Now that's who mama don't need to be on the screen.
Nuh-uh. and her apple didn't fall too far from the tree. And on that note, I'm done talking for the night.
I love you. All right, people, until we meet again, love God, love your families.
CJ, I need you to stay at the door.